Hello and welcome back with another character data file. Today we're going to talk about Arex. As you all know, I really love the animated series, and obviously I couldn't just skip the animated series from this character database. Arex is one of the most interesting creatures in the animated series in terms of the crew of the Enterprise. His physical appearance is quite different than normal humanoids. He has 3 arms and 3 legs as well. Originally, he is supposed to be the new character, the new addition for the animated series, and he was basically the replacement of Chekhov, the character who played by Walter Koenig. In the animated series, Arex is the helmsman, the con officer of the Enterprise, but Arex happened to be a really multi-talented character in the animated series. He was replacing once Uhura in the con in the episode called the Once Upon a Planet, and Uhura being captured and he took over the communication post. And he also proved to be a really good science officer when he replaced Spock in the episode Pirates of Orion. And briefly he was even in the command post in the Enterprise, the practical joker, when the crew of the Enterprise had a big dinner, like a celebration after a long journey, and he was the one actually who was taking care of the bridge. So Arex served aboard the Enterprise in between 2269 and 2270, basically the short amount of time when they had the animated series running. Arex was voiced by the wonderful James Doohan. He did a really wonderful job with the character. Although Arex was a male character, James Doohan gave him a really tenoric, more of a high-pitched voice than usually an alien has.
Picking up unusual sensor readings, Mr. Scott. What is it? There's dilithium down there with them, sir.
I think Arex was really charming as a character in the animated series. As you all know, I love the animated series. I've done the reviews and I've done a really good tribute for the animated series, and I think it's still one of the best cartoon adaptation of Star Trek. Well, that's the only one actually. Arex is a really good character. I really loved him in the animated series. I was wishing the character will come back and the race will come back, because we didn't really get to know anything about the race. But my friend in Trek on the Tube might do a Edosian race description one day, so go for it, Sean. Obviously there's a couple of unofficial fact that Gene Roddenberry and DC Fontana back in the days, they sort of had as a discussion about the character. Arex basically supposed to be a mentor for Chekhov. And also Arex didn't finish Starfleet Academy, so he became an officer via field commissioning. And according to an IDW comic strip, Arex is supposed to be telepathic as well. So turn out this orange creature, no, not that one. So Arex technically a more varied character in the Star Trek canon. As I remember in Phase 2, Star Trek Phase 2, this really brilliant fan series, they actually had a CGI Arex in the bridge, and it was really interesting to see how a real-time Arex, real-time Edosian, could have actually fitted in the Enterprise, as in terms of, you know, acting with real people. I really loved Arex. I think he was a charming character. I remember him playing in a guitar or ukulele or something like that in the bridge. I think the character itself had a lot of potential, and they didn't really go into depth, you know, analyzing the creature or analyzing the race behind the Edosians and getting to know more about Arex. That's still something that I really miss from the animated series, and regarding to Arex as well. So if I have to sum up Arex, he was basically an all-rounder in the Enterprise, but mainly he was the new addition to replace Mr. Chekhov, aka Walter Koenig, from being the Enterprise. And we all know, we discussed that in the animated series episode reviews, he basically wasn't casted because of budget cut, so a lot of actors actually played different guest stars and different aliens, like James Doohan. As I said, James Doohan was one of the best actor actually in the animated series, who voiced a lot of character. So that was my base description about Arex as a character. Let me know in the comment section below if you like this episode, and let me know in the comment section below if you liked Arex as a character in the animated series. And also don't forget to check out my previous episode as well, when I talked about Captain Archer. And obviously from now on there will be one character discussed every week along the videos on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness twice a week. And until next time, live long and prosper.